Hello, everybody. What's up? This is Gina Ifoe, the one and only African superstar, bringing you another episode of America is So Dangerous. I've actually developed this series to bring awareness to the international community about the very frequent, heinous, and violent crimes that are taking place in America on a very daily basis. As an expatriate living abroad, it is quite evident that many people do not have the reality of what happens in America. They only actually learn about things that reach the international level. And, what happens day to day just doesn't get recognized internationally. So I've developed this series. Now, I do want to say that this particular episode is a bit disturbing. And so, therefore, if you are sensitive, you may not want to watch this episode. However, I think it's very important to bring awareness to, again, what goes on in America. One of the primary reasons I left America was to escape the frequent random violence that happens day to day. Now, I think this particular episode is going to definitely resonate with the ladies. It's going to resonate with any drivers in the U.S. I think sometimes there's a thought that there is violence in certain parts of the country. So, New York City, Detroit, Chicago, we hear a lot of crime out of these places. But this particular episode involves road rage. It involves a pregnant woman. So roll the clip and then you'll hear my commentary.
It began, police say, when 35-year-old Sarah Morales, a pregnant librarian, swerved into traffic and intentionally hit a speeding biker. What followed was a drama that played out in a series of 911 calls.
911, where's your emergency?
This woman hit me with her car and fled the scene, and me and two other people chased her down.
A witness told police that the incident escalated when the biker became aggressive, yelled, and started driving next to the librarian. She, in turn, bumped into the bike. You can hear the panic in Sarah Morales' voice as the bikers follow her to her home outside Orlando.
I'm being followed by three men to my home. I told them to leave me alone, and they won't stop following me. They're following me to my house right now, actually.
She's yelling at them to go away, leave her alone.
Sarah's mom, Doreen, remembers her daughter running inside the house and grabbing a gun.
She was probably thinking, if they see I have a gun, they're going to back off.
When she came back outside, the bikers say Sarah pointed her gun at them. One biker opened fire. You can hear the gunshots on the 911 call. Sarah was hit 3 times in the stomach and chest.
She's been shot. My daughter's been shot. Who shot her? One of the motorcycle drivers. She's pregnant. Dear God, she's pregnant.
Inside the house, Sarah's 11-year-old daughter, Gianna, was also on with 911.
I heard my mom screaming, and one of the dudes pulled a gun, and I'm just really scared.
This is where she went down, right here.
Sarah's mom says there was nothing anyone could do. She lost too much blood.
Get on the ground!
When police arrived, they put the biker, identified as Andrew Durr, in handcuffs.
That girl tried to kill me. She pointed a gun at me. I'm so sorry. She tried to kill me.
He claimed he shot the pregnant librarian in self-defense. He has not been charged. For Sarah's mom, that's a tough pill to swallow.
That just breaks my heart. It doesn't make much sense to me.
The biker did have a legal permit to carry a concealed weapon.
So there's actually so much I want to say about this particular episode. First of all, road rage. Okay, for those of you in the international community that are not really familiar with it, it is kind of a random, occurrence that happens on the roads. People get frustrated, they get upset when maybe someone cuts them in traffic, or someone's driving too slow, or someone blows their horn at them. And basically the situation escalates to, in this case, a fatal situation. Okay. There were many opportunities when either of the drivers could have alleviated this thing, but it just continued to go on and on and on. You have a pregnant woman, okay, who obviously, she did some things right. She notified the police that she was being followed, although she did kind of, start the incident by running into the motorcyclist and then again, running her car back into them. Where she went wrong was going into her house and getting her gun and coming out to threaten these people. The thing about a lot of Americans is that they are armed, and you never know. A lot of them are legally licensed, just like the gentleman in this situation. However, I mean, it was just so ridiculous. You have to exercise maturity, okay? And what I see in the US and what is so particularly concerning is no problem resolution, okay? There's no reason that a situation like this should have resulted in a fatal situation, okay? Then once the guy observed that the woman was pregnant, did he have to do that? I don't know. The law may say that he was in his right because she was threatening him with a gun. Why are you, as a pregnant woman, threatening a man with a gun? So many issues, and it just stems from people needing to be right. It's big among non-Black people. Let's just face it. They are very controlling, and they like to always be right because either of them could have walked away from this. I would also advise guys, if you're in the car, you're being followed by someone, do not go home. Go to a police station. Go to a public place. Somewhere where you can get some assistance, or that there's going to be some people maybe can diffuse the situation. I mean, I don't know that if she would have drove to her local police station, if this guy would have behaved the same way. But I'm pretty sure if she would have just went home, went inside, didn't go get a gun and come back out to threaten, maybe this situation could have had a different end. This also speaks to the lack of compassion. I mean, you being a woman, you being a pregnant woman, it doesn't get you off the hook in the US. Nobody really cares, okay? And again, this is a random situation, okay? Driving your car, having an interaction with a complete stranger. Okay, these are things that can happen to anyone, anytime. All of us have been on the roads, anyone who's a licensed driver or maybe even unlicensed, we've all been on the road and a driver ahead of us or behind us has done something crazy. We may even have, raised our finger to them or shouted at them in the car or pumped the brakes or did something impulsively out of that, that anger. But it's something different in that environment that allowed it to escalate to this, And I also want to share this because the crime in America is not limited to any demographic. I have covered a lot of stories related to young Black people, young Black males and families, but these are two white people getting into it. If you think that you can come to America and you're not going to be involved, you can't dictate what's going to happen because of your environment. Okay? You can't dictate how that's going to work out. You don't know, how your life is going to go. And that's why America is so dangerous. Leave your comments below, guys. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe if you appreciate this series. If you enjoy this series, let me hear from you in the comments below. Until we meet again, stay Black and true. If you ain't Black, just stay true.